you in the 80s. Tell me what your experience was coming from the West, going to a historically black college, and then coming back to a successful career out here.
Okay. Well, after I graduated from high school, I went to Skyline College in San Bruno. And I didn't learn what I needed to learn in high school. I didn't learn how to write very well. So I took an English class and I didn't do well. I received a D in the class, but I was there every day. I never disrupted class. And it just so happened that the very next semester, the only class that I could take was the same instructor. And when I walked in, she said, you know, you don't really have to take this class. And it was a negative statement. She didn't encourage me to say, you know what, I'm glad you're back. We're going to work hard this semester. And so this is a lady that didn't look like me and certainly did not have my best interests at heart. So I learned a few things, but not because she really invested in me and helped me to learn. I just worked hard. I knew I needed to learn how to write. But the next, a couple years later, I transferred to Morgan State University in Baltimore. This was back in 1984. And my writing was substandard, so I took a class with Miss Saunders. And Miss Saunders was one of the great taskmasters. I mean, this was a small statured lady who was a giant in the classroom, and she expected the best from us. And all I could do initially was get D's on every assignment. So I apologized. I said, Miss Sanders, I'm sorry, this is the best I can do. She said, well, you do have bad grades, but at least you have good ideas. She said, the other students have bad grades and bad ideas. And then she said something that changed things for me. She said, just don't make the same mistake twice. I was so excited by that because I had so many red marks on so many papers that it was impossible to make any new errors. And so she encouraged me. And because of her setting such a high standard, and I work hard to meet those standards, Ms. Saunders helped me so much that I moved from not knowing how to write to a year and a half later editing a newsletter on campus, and now I write books. And later on, when I was in grad school at Morgan State, I thanked her. And she's just such a humble lady outside the classroom, but she was a fierce educator, and she expected the best from everybody. And she would bust you out in class if you didn't know basic things just about life. She said, just by breathing, you need to know certain things. And it reminded me when I was really small of those black educators and coaches that expected the best from me. And I missed that until I met people like Ms. Saunders at Morgan State University, and she helped me to really learn how to effectively communicate.
And obviously you have applied what you've learned, because here you are now a professor at CCC. So that's quite a testimony.
Yes, Eleanor.
But